Go back to heaven quickly and inform the Jade Emperor that he has no regard for talent. Old Monkey has unlimited abilities. Why did he ask me to mind horses for him? Take a good look at the words on this banner. If I am promoted according to its title, I will lay down my arms, and the cosmos will then be fair and tranquil. But if he does not agree to my demand, I'll fight my way up to the treasure hall of divine mists, and he won't even be able to sit on his dragon throne. When the mighty spirit god heard these words, he opened his eyes wide, facing the wind, and saw indeed a tall pole outside the cave. On the pole hung a banner bearing in large letters the words, "The Great Sage, equal to heaven." The mighty spirit god laughed scornfully 3 times and jeered, "Lawless ape! How fatuous can you be, and how arrogant? So you want to be the great sage, equal to heaven? Be good enough to take a bit of my axe first." Aiming at his head, he hacked at him, but, being a knowledgeable fighter, the Monkey King was not unnerved. He met the blow at once with his golden hooped rod, and this exciting battle was on. The rod was named Compliant. The axe was called Spreading Flower. The two of them, meeting suddenly, did not yet know their weakness or strength. But axe and rod clashed left and right. One concealed secret powers most wondrous. The other vaunted openly his vigor and might. They used magic, blowing out cloud and puffing up fog. They stretched their hands, splattering mud and spraying sand. The might of the celestial battler had its way. But the monkey had boundless power of change. The rod uplifted, a dragon played in water. The axe arrived, a phoenix sliced through flowers. Mighty spirit, whose name spread through the world, in prowess truly could not match the other one. The great sage, whirling lightly his iron staff, could numb the body with one blow on the head. The mighty spirit god could oppose him no longer and allowed the Monkey King to aim a mighty blow at his head, which he hastily sought to parry with his axe. With a crack the axe handle split in two, and mighty spirit turned swiftly to flee for his life. "Imbecile! Imbecile!" laughed the Monkey King. "I've already spared you. Go and report my message at once." Back at the camp, the mighty spirit god went straight to see the pagoda bearer, Devaraja. Huffing and puffing, he knelt down saying, "The Ban horse plague indeed has great magic powers. Your unworthy warrior cannot prevail against him. Defeated, I have come to beg your pardon. This fellow has blunted our will to fight," said Devaraja Lee angrily. "Take him out and have him executed." From the side came Prince Na, who said, bowing deeply, "Let your anger subside, Father King, and pardon for the moment the guilt of mighty spirit. Permit your child to go into battle once, and we shall know the long and short of the matter." The Devaraja heeded the admonition and ordered mighty spirit to go back to his camp and await trial. This Prince Na, properly armed, leapt from his camp and dashed to the water curtain cave. Wukong was just dismissing his troops when he saw Na approaching fiercely. "Dear Prince." 2 boyish tufts barely cover his skull. His flowing hair has yet to reach the shoulders. A rare mind, alert and intelligent. A noble frame, pure and elegant. He is indeed the unicorn son from heaven above. Truly immortal as the phoenix of mist and smoke. This seed of dragon has by nature uncommon features. His tender age shows no relation to any worldly kin. He carries on his body 6 kinds of magic weapons. He flies, he leaps. He can change without restriction. Now by the golden mouth proclamation of the Jade Emperor, he is appointed to the assembly, its name, the 3 platforms. Wukong drew near and asked, "Whose little brother are you, and what do you want, barging through my gate?" "Lawless monstrous monkey," shouted Na. "Don't you recognize me? I am Na, 3rd son of the pagoda bearer, Devaraja. I am under the imperial commission of the Jade Emperor to come and arrest you." "Little prince," said Wukong laughing. Your baby teeth haven't even fallen out, and your natal hair is still damp? How dare you talk so big? I'm going to spare your life, and I won't fight you. Just take a look at the words on my banner, and report them to the Jade Emperor above. Grant me this title, and you won't need to stir your forces. I will submit on my own. If you don't satisfy my cravings, I will surely fight my way up to the treasure hall of divine mists. Lifting his head to look, Na-A saw the words, "Great sage equal to heaven. What great power does this monstrous monkey possess?" Said Na-A. "That he dares claim such a title. Fear not. Swallow my sword. I'll just stand here quietly," said Wukong. "And you can take a few hacks at me with your sword." Young Na-A grew angry. "Change." He yelled loudly, and he changed at once into a fearsome person having 3 heads and 6 arms. In his hands he held 6 kinds of weapons: a monster stabbing sword, a monster cleaving scimitar, a monster binding rope, a monster taming club, an embroidered ball, and a fiery wheel. Brandishing these weapons, he mounted a frontal attack. "This little brother does know a few tricks," said Wukong, somewhat alarmed by what he saw. "But don't be rash. Watch my magic. Dear great sage," he shouted. "Change." And he too transformed himself into a creature with 3 heads and 6 arms. One wave of the golden hooped rod, and it became 3 staffs, which were held with 6 hands. The conflict was truly earth-shaking and made the very mountains tremble. What a battle! The 6-armed Prince Na-A, the heaven-born handsome stone monkey king. Meeting, each met his match, and found each to be from the same source. One was consigned to come down to earth. The other in guile disturbed the universe. The edge of the monster-stabbing sword was quick. The keen, monster-cleaving scimitar alarmed demons and gods. The monster-binding rope was like a flying snake. The monster-taming club was like the head of a wolf. The lightning-propelled fiery wheel was like darting flames. Hither and thither the embroidered ball rotated. The 3 compliant rods of the great sage protected the front and guarded the rear with care and skill. A few rounds of bitter contest revealed no victor. But the prince's mind would not so easily rest. He ordered the 6 kinds of weapon to change into hundreds and thousands of millions, aiming for the head. The Monkey King, undaunted, roared with laughter loud, and wielded his iron rod with artful ease. One turned to 1,000, 1,000 to 10,000, filling the sky as a swarm of dancing dragons, and shocked the monster kings of sundry caves into shutting their doors. Demons and monsters all over the mountain hid their heads. The angry breath of divine soldiers was like oppressive clouds. The golden-hooped iron rod whizzed like the wind. On this side, the battle cries of celestial fighters appalled everyone. On that side, the banner waving of monkey monsters startled each person. Growing fierce, the 2 parties both willed a test of strength. We know not who was stronger and who weaker. Each displaying his divine powers, the 3rd prince and Wukong battled for 30 rounds. The 6 weapons of that prince changed into 1,000 and 10,000 pieces. The golden-hooped rod of Sun Wukong into 10,000 and 1,000. They clashed like raindrops and meteors in the air, but victory or defeat was not yet determined. Wukong, however, proved to be the one swifter of eye and hand. Right in the midst of the confusion, he plucked a piece of hair and shouted, "Change." It changed into a copy of him, also wielding a rod in its hands and deceiving Na-A. His real person leapt behind Na-A and struck his left shoulder with the rod. Na-A, still performing his magic, heard the rod whizzing through the air and tried desperately to dodge it. Unable to move quickly enough, he took the blow and fled in pain. Breaking off his magic and gathering up his 6 weapons, he returned to his camp in defeat. Standing in front of his battle line, Devaraja Li saw what was happening and was about to go to his son's assistance. The prince, however, came to him first and gasped, "Father King, the Ban horse plague is truly powerful. Even your son of such magical strength is no match for him. He has wounded me in the shoulder. If this fellow is so powerful," said the Devaraja, turning pale with fright, "how can we beat him?" The prince said, "In front of his cave he has set up a banner bearing the words, 'The Great Sage, equal to heaven.' By his own mouth he boastfully asserted that if the Jade Emperor appointed him to such a title, all troubles would cease. If he were not given this name, he would surely fight his way up to the treasure hall of divine mists." "If that's the case," said the Devaraja, "let's not fight with him for the moment. Let us return to the region above and report these words. There will be time then for us to send for more celestial soldiers and take this fellow on all sides." The prince was in such pain that he could not do battle again. He therefore went back to heaven with the Devaraja to report, of which we speak no further. Look at that Monkey King returning to his mountain in triumph. The monster kings of 72 caves and the 6 sworn brothers all came to congratulate him, and they feasted jubilantly in the blessed cave dwelling. He then said to the 6 brothers, "If little brother is now called the Great Sage, equal to heaven, why don't all of you assume the title of Great Sage also? Our worthy brother's words are right," shouted the Bull Monster King from their midst. "I'm going to be called the Great Sage, parallel with heaven. I shall be called the Great Sage, covering the ocean," said the Dragon Monster King. "I shall be called the Great Sage, united with heaven," said the Garuda Monster King. "I shall be called the Great Sage, mover of mountains," said the Giant Lynx King. "I shall be called the Telltale Great Sage," said the Matacha King. "And I shall be called the God-rooting Great Sage,"